Hello and welcome. I am very hopeful that my microphone is working this time. If you happened to be here yesterday, I'm very sorry that we couldn't get the sound working. I had to dismantle things, put other things back together. It was all very boring. Won't go into it now, but thank you. Thank you for persevering and thank you for showing up today. And for those watching on the replay, nice to see you. Nice to have you here. So today I'm going to be talking about how to attract perfect fit clients. And I'm going to be sharing 6 tips with you. You might want to have a pen and paper to hand just so you can scribble them down. I'm not using slides because it all got very confusing when I tried to share my screen yesterday. So we're just going to go with me talking. So maybe have a pen and piece of paper handy if you want. So why do we want to attract perfect fit clients? I remember at the start of my freelance career thinking that any client was a good client. Any work was great. You know, I would just take whatever. It was brilliant just to sort of have something. But I soon found out that there was a cost to that, not being clear about who my ideal clients were. What are some of the costs, I guess, risks involved with just taking on anyone? Well, overworking can be a really big one. Unsuitable clients are likely to be harder work. They might require more from you. They might require different things than your skill set is suitable for. They might not respect you, your time, your boundaries, your expertise. So it didn't take long for me to have a couple of inappropriate, unsuitable clients to realize that that was going to be a drain on my time and on my energy. So how do we identify who our perfect fit clients are, and how are we going to start spotting those red flags before we start signing our contracts? So your goal here is to get really, really super clear on your 1%, a very detailed picture of who your ideal client is. And we are talking the 1% that you want all of your marketing and your promotion to speak to. This isn't about appealing to everyone. And again, sometimes it's tempting to be quite broad and be quite vague. But the problem with being broad and vague is that your clients who are looking for your service are going to find it really hard to find you if you're speaking to the masses. I work with freelancers who have worked in the charity sector. They're coming out of the charity sector. They want to set up a business that has more finances, more freedom, more flow. They want to work fewer hours. I'm not talking to all freelancers. I'm talking to ones specifically who've come out of the charity sector. So I'm very, very specific about that. Specificity is really the thing we're going for. Okay, so you're looking to create your small but mighty tribe. Okay, into the 6 things that we want to be covering today. Hooray, I can hear you. Hooray. Thank you. So number 1, start with who you know. It sounds simple, and that's because it is simple. So the fastest way to get new clients is to go to the people who have worked with you before, or your friends, or your family. It's likely that you will have quite a wide network of people that you can speak to, employers, colleagues, friends, family members. Even if they don't need your service immediately or at all, they may know people who do. So it really pays off to go to these people first. They know you, they like you, they trust you. You're already several steps ahead in their view, you know, and hopefully you feel the same way about them as well. So start with your closest network first and then start working outwards. The vast majority of the freelancers that I work with have found their first gig, or several gigs, in fact, several contracts from someone that they know. Okay. If you haven't done this for a little while, do it. Make it your first task, because this needs to be an ongoing thing. Maybe every 6 months, maybe every year, just really touch base with people that you used to work with. Number 2, who is it that you actually want to be working with? What clients are you trying to attract? So what I see often is that trying to be everything to everyone is just missing the mark on many points. Okay, we think often offering many services will lead to more work, but I found that the opposite can often be true. So when you speak to lots of audiences about lots of things, your message can get quite diluted and it will lose impact. Don't forget that if you're posting on LinkedIn, you're posting on Facebook, on social media in general, majority of what you're posting is not going to get seen. Okay, I'll say that again. The majority of what you post on social media will not be seen. So you need to repeat those messages. You need to keep saying it. So don't worry about saying the same thing over and over again. That's what you need to be doing. Okay, so that's number 2. Who do you actually want to attract? Number 3, get super, super clear on your one ideal client and speak to their biggest challenge. So my coach talks about being hired in the gap. You get hired in the gap. The gap is where the client is currently and where they want to go. Okay, so where the results that they want. And there's a gap there. And you're the bridge between those two places. Okay, so you really want to think about how your service is that bridge and how you're communicating that to them, making that really, really clear. So where are they currently? Where are they stuck? And where do they want to get to? And what is it? Why are they not getting those results? And then you are that service provider. You're the person who is bridging that gap for them. And if you don't know the answer to those questions, ask them and use their language in your messaging. It will really, really help. Okay, so that will help with all content. It will help with future conversations with clients as well. Number 4, start small and take consistent steps. This is not about doing everything all at once, because you will just get completely overwhelmed and procrastination, and we won't ever move forward. So really think about small steps every single day. Those small steps are going to compound. You're going to get much bigger results, as you know, in the end, if you keep doing those steps each and every day. So you do not have to be all over social media. You do not have to be posting on LinkedIn all the time. You don't have to be doing Instagram reels, TikToks, YouTube lives, if all of that feels really overwhelming. But what you do absolutely have to do is let people know that you're available. You know, your clients are not going to be able to find you if you're invisible. They need to be able to find you. So how are you going to be visible? Update your LinkedIn profile, you know, really simple step. Tell people what you do, how they can contact you, email your former colleagues, you know, go for coffees, talk to people who are doing, who might require your support, even if they don't right now. Just start gathering information. Those small 1% shifts taken every single day will get you way further forward than you think. And it's all about sowing seeds, you know, and if you did that every day for a year, you are going to see lots of opportunities going to start appearing. This really doesn't have to be a long, laborious task either, like 20, 30 minutes a day, done every single day, is going to start resulting in new business. I provide my freelance clients and members with a client tracker that just helps them keep on top of that. And I suggest a sort of 5 to 6 reach outs each day. That is going to be, you know, and a reach out could be a DM, it could be an email, it could be a follow-up call, it could be any of those things. Number 5, build as you fly. So don't wait for a project or interim role to finish before you start lining up your next thing. You need to get in the habit of building the back end of your business, as well as driving the kind of machine forward. So the driving of the machine forward is the working with your charity clients or your clients. So you're doing the service work, you're doing your project work, and you're building the machine behind you. Don't wait for all your ducks to be in a row. They never will be. You'll never have all your ducks in a row. So just get comfortable with that messy action and start making approaches before you're ready to start that work. And even if you're still in 9 to 5, reach out to those former colleagues and friends. Tell them about your intentions to go freelance, because you never know who might be looking for some support, if not now, maybe in the future. This really is about the long game, okay? So really thinking about the future and just keep going with it. Some of those seeds will flourish and grow quicker than others, but you keep sowing them anyway. Number 6, what you want to start thinking about a clear filter for your perfect fit clients. So jot down who your ideal client is, what their behaviors are. If you haven't ever worked with a perfect client before and you're like, I don't know what their behaviors are, think about someone who has been completely inappropriate and not perfect. Start there. What was it that really was so difficult about working with them? Because that will be the opposite, will be what we're kind of going for, right? So how do they communicate? What type of projects do you work on? What did success look like for them? What were they trying to get to? Did they meet in person? Do they have lots of in-person things? Do they are they fully remote? You know, maybe they you only want to work on sort of 3-month projects or more. Maybe you want very short-term contracts. Maybe you only want to do things on a 10k budget or more. Particular cause, particular charity. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different criteria. So get really clear on that for you. The more specific you can be, the easier it's going to be to attract the right clients. Because what will happen as you start to get approaches and people start dropping into your inbox, you can basically filter those approaches through that criteria, so that you can be like, yep, they tick that box, they tick that box, they don't tick that box. But you can start weighing up, you know, is it worth me taking that on because the other things are all right? And I take your it's going to help with your decision-making process, basically. When I took the decision to go fully into supporting freelancers build their businesses, I had to say no to a lot of fundraising work that I had been doing previously. And some of that fundraising work was actually, they were quite big chunky projects with quite big chunky budgets as well. That felt really quite scary because I was saying no to that, but I had to say no to some of that in order to be doing the work that I really want to be doing. And I wouldn't be sat here now today talking to you if I hadn't said no to some of those things. So consider that too. It's like, where might you need to start saying no to inappropriate, imperfect work as well. Yeah, so that can really help. So that's it. I'm going to quickly run through those 6 again in case you want to make a note of them. Number 1, start with who you know. Number 2, who is it that you actually want to attract? Number 3, get super clear on that one ideal client and speak to their biggest challenges. 4, start small, take consistent steps. 5, be building as you're flying the machine. And 6, create that clear filter for your perfect fit clients. I hope that has been helpful. I wanted to keep this to a nice, short, concise live, and I'm going to be doing more of them. I'm going to be in here again next Monday, all being well, with sound and everything working. I think it's at 3 p.m, but I need to double check. I think it's 3 o'clock next Monday. And I will be here live talking about, can't actually remember what it was that I was going to talk about. Yes, I do. 4 skills for long-term freelance success. So I'll be going through those 4 things that you need to perfect in order to have a long, sustainable freelance career. So hopefully you'll be able to join me for that. Thank you. Thank you for joining. If you've got questions, would love to know what was your most really useful takeaway that you're going to be taking from this. And I'll see you hopefully in a week's time. Take care.